In a tense election, false criminal allegations cast shadows over Jamaica's diaspora candidate.
Jump out of your seat. You're going to want to jump out of your seat. I'm telling you, when you see what we're about to show you, you will be beside yourself. Because, Larkland, this is more important than the Rubio meeting. And I'll explain why. Because the Rubio meeting, we know what that is. Whatever the U.S. government wants out of Jamaica, the U.S. government is going to get. It's that simple. Because they understand that there are files sitting in Washington and in Kingston with their names on the tabs. They know that. So when the U.S. government, they have a phone call between representatives here and between U.S. and Jamaica, or if there's a meeting, they know. And I've been in those meetings. And trust me, what you hear in front of the press and the public, that's not the complete story. That's not the complete story. I've sat in meetings where some serious discussions were held about certain things. And when we went before the media and the public, it was lovey-dovey, hug up, kiss, all of that. It was never about what was said in the meeting. Never. So the thing about Marco Rubio having a meeting with him and all of that stuff, I'm not saying it's immaterial. I'm just saying you can actually predict what was said or what's going to be said. You can, because Jamaica's a speck. How if the U.S. government says we want you to do this, especially this administration, you really think the Jamaican government is gonna say no? You really think the Jamaican government is saying no? So that's why we don't even want to spend too much time on that, except to say whatever the U.S. government wants out of Jamaica or from the Jamaican government, they will get it. They will get it. Who's gonna JCF is gonna stand up to the U.S. military?
Not the JDF, nor the JCF.
The JCF or the JDF? Yeah, the JCF is gonna stand up to the FBI, DEA, Homeland Security. They're gonna stand. Who in Jamaica is gonna stand up to them? Who? So make we talk about something now, Larkland, that is of significant interest, or should be of significant interest to people living overseas, and also to people living in Jamaica, but particularly people living overseas. You've heard me talk about this Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. And what we're going to show you how they've transplanted politics in Jamaica to the diaspora overseas. We're going to show you. Today is the last day. Wait there, we have it up, Kevin. Today's the last day to register. Go to Connect Me JA. Put that up, please. Connect Me JA. It's the last day to go and register to vote. It is the last day to go and register to vote. I am saying to you, please go and register. Go and register. Protect your right to vote. Register. We have until I think the first week and a half of February before the end of voting. Lots of time for us to decide what we're going to do with our votes. But you must protect that right. If you don't vote, you don't have a say. If you don't vote, you don't have a say. ConnectMeJA.com. ConnectMeJA.com. I'm urging all of you, go and register to vote. Okay.
Wait, but didn't they? You said when is the deadline to register?
The deadline is today. The deadline is today. The deadline to nominate a candidate was this past Monday. The deadline to register to vote is today. Now, let me see what else we have here. All right. Now, folks, we can approach this topic from so many angles.
Hey.
So many angles. Here is the thing. The stage. There it is. See that right here? Voter registration closes the 24th of January. Today, the nomination closed on the 19th. And the election is from the 28th of January to the 20th. It's an even longer period than I thought. 20th of January to the 20th of February. Register, people. Register. When you, Knowledge is Power is asking, vote where? All right. Just when you do the voter registration, then they'll tell you. You'll get all of that information. NSIM said, so who to vote for? NSIM. Register to vote. Register to vote. I'm telling you, register to vote. One step at a time. We're not going to tell you who to vote for. We're saying register to vote. All we're saying to you, register to vote. We're now in the period of campaigning. All of the people selected can now campaign. All of the people can campaign. All of the people can campaign, right? But, and by the way, we want to big up Gillian Murray. We want to big up Gillian, big up yourself. All right? We'll talk more about Gillian. As time goes by.
Yes, for real.
Knowledge is power. All right. Here's where we. All right. Let me Kevin start me up. And and I have some good friends. I have some good friends in Jamaica. who are waiting to hear the story on the University Hospital of West Indies. And you know who you are, my friends. We're going to put a pause on that for right now because we have to get to this because this is significant. Time is of the essence with this one. And we hope to get to it before we're finished. But if not, we will get to it because even at the risk of having the statement being provided to media outlets and have people talk about it, that's fine. It's no problem. We don't have to be first. We just have to be accurate. That's all. So where is it? Oh, this is it. All right. No, I'm going to just wrap this up. I don't want to take it through a long-winded thing. People of Jamaica, people living in Jamaica, there's an organization called the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. That council is not for you. It says diaspora is for people living overseas. But you need to understand what's going on with your brothers and sisters overseas. And you need to know what's going on with the government of Jamaica, how it's exerting its influence overseas. So we have this organization called the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, and as its word implies, global. So they have representatives, the UK, US, Canada, Africa, elsewhere. But those three centers are the primary ones: UK, US, Canada. Most Jamaicans live in those three countries. And the country that has the most Jamaicans living in it is the United States. And the region in the United States with the most Jamaicans is the Northeast. It's from, I think it's Rhode Island all the way down to Virginia. So I think it's 17 states: Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Maine, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia. I think I'm missing a few, but that's the region that has the most. That region has the most Jamaicans living there outside of Jamaica. And there have been estimates of over 1 million living there. And we're talking about first and second generation, right? So what they do is they have this. Before, they used to have something called the advisory committee. And that diaspora advisory committee, they would advise the government of the day. And they were essentially appointed. They didn't have any election. Then in 2020, this government decided that, hey, we need to formalize this. So they came up with something called a diaspora policy. They formalize it. So now it tells you the roles and the responsibilities and the goals and the objectives and the functions of everybody concerning this. And by the way, they didn't call it an organization. They said they call it a movement. We know why they call it a movement. And as a supplement to the policy, they have something called terms of reference. So the policy is for the Jamaican government, and the terms of reference, that is for all of us living outside of the country. And what does that document? What does it say? It essentially says that the government of Jamaica is going to be running the show. 3 out of the 4 people running that movement, they're Jamaican officials living in Jamaica, running a diaspora organization. The 4th person is someone who was elected by the diaspora, but has now been appointed. And who appointed them? Your guess is as good as mine. They're not going to appoint somebody that they can't work with. Somebody like me, cantankerous, and just want to enforce the rules, and they don't want. So they have 4 people, and these people run it. Reason why they can't call it an organization, because if it's an organization, now they're going to have to register. You cannot register a 501c3 charitable organization in the United States with foreign government officials running it. You run afoul of all kinds of laws. So they don't register it. They call it a movement. But the problem is this movement in its design reflects an organization. Go look at the terms of reference, go look at the policy, and you'll see. So what happened? A few years ago, a group of us decided that this is unfair because the focus is not on the diaspora. The focus is on the Jamaican government, and it shouldn't be. So we said, we are going to register the name, and we gave ample notice so that those who had any concern, they could register it themselves. But guess what? They couldn't, and they didn't. They couldn't, and they didn't, and they watched us as we registered. With disdain, they watched us. Them eat like a poison. But they couldn't help themselves, because they cannot register it. And due to circumstances which I won't go into, that fell apart. But to re-register it is a simple matter. So now, because before they were very fearful about using the name, because we said, if we catch you using the name, we're going to issue you a cease and desist order because you're using a name that belongs to us. And that means we're going to have to take you to court. The representatives here. Now remember, the Jamaican government doesn't pay them, but controls them and then tells them that you're not an arm of, this is not an arm of the government, but you will do what we tell you to do. But if you speak only on your behalf. You don't speak for the government, even though you're doing our work. And we said that is unfair. Why? We have people in the diaspora who are suffering. Some worse than if they weren't living in Jamaica. Because we know how foreign going on. In Jamaica, you have a neighbor or you have neighbors and they won't let you suffer. They're going to share whatever they have with you. In America, and I suspect in other places too, you will live next door to somebody for years and you don't know what they are. Yeah. I can tell you that one of my neighbors, I've been living here more than 12 years. And one of my neighbors, I've spoken to the gentleman twice. And it was just him asking me a favor to cut some branches off the tree because he had a plant that wasn't getting enough sunlight. And he just asked me if I could do that as a favor. And I said, fine. 2 times I've spoken to him in 12 years. My neighbor on the other side, never spoken to. You will die in America if you're going to depend on neighbors. So we have people in America. I can speak about America. We have people in America who are suffering. And I say a diaspora organization should focus on providing assistance to those people who are in need. Whether it is a need relating to social services assistance, landlord, tenant, immigration, health, whatever it is. Because if you think about it, that's how diaspora organizations work in America. And when you think about diaspora organizations, think about like the Israeli diaspora, think about the Irish diaspora, think about the Nigerian diaspora. Their nationals need help, they go straight to them and they get help. They get help. But the Jamaican diaspora is here for the purpose of the government of Jamaica. And you heard it here on this program where candidates, at least one candidate that we're aware of, who said, I will be working for the Jamaican government. And we have another one who, without saying it, is doing it. Is doing stuff on behalf of the Jamaican government. The Jamaican government, they set the agenda and they said, you will work on national development issues for us. And you've heard it where they say, oh, we go out and we try to get investors to go to Jamaica. And I'm saying, how many of us can actually invest the kind of money that they're asking for us to invest in Jamaica? Then they have this bogus diaspora conference in Jamaica. And many of you have described it as nothing more than a networking event where people of a certain status, a certain stature, a certain class, they go and they commiserate with each other. They line with each other. They have a good time with each other. They play golf, they eat, they talk about business. How many of you in the diaspora can do that? And we are led like lamb to the slaughter. We're led like a lamb to the slaughter to say, no, if you come, this is what we have for you. And I can show you the last diaspora conference here, the top 10 reasons they give you to come to Jamaica. And not one of them said we're going to focus on the needs of the people in the diaspora. Not one. No, I don't have a problem with the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council rebranding itself to say we are now known as the Global Jamaican Government Council. No problems with that. And then have them appoint people and say we're appointing you to help us to get investors to come to Jamaica. It's all about money, people. It's not about you. It's about money. So I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem with you saying it is the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council and you ask us to vote for representatives. I do have a problem with that. I do have a problem with that. Change the name and appoint your people. Because here's the thing. They're saying that these people tell you, oh, we're trying to get investments for Jamaica. Well, then you say, well, wait a minute. What about the consuls general? What about them? What about the ambassador? What about the honorary consul general? What about those people? That's their job to get investments for Jamaica, not you, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. You, I'm speaking to you, some of you who are in shelters. Some of you are sleeping on a car. You see how it's going to get, you have a snowstorm coming tonight, and a lot of Jamaicans will feel the brunt of it. A lot of them don't have enough food in their house right now. And think about it, if you have a Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, that's a 501c3 that can raise funds legally, because the council that they have now, they're not supposed to raise funds. They're not supposed to do it. It's illegal. But when you have a 501c registered organization, they can raise funds. Think about how many care packages they could have come out and drop off at people's home. They could have checked on people and say, okay, how about your heat? How about your electricity? How about food in your fridge? How are you getting to work next week? If you're going to work next week, transportation. This is what we should be doing. But instead, they're now planning to have a big celebration in June of this year. And in fact, the junior minister, he turned around and he asked our current representative to make preparations for him next month. I don't think it's going to happen though, but ask her to set up preparations for him to come have a meeting. They're supposed to have another conference. They just had one back in June. First one she's had since she's occupied the position. And he's coming. And I made it clear that, listen, if I'm so fortunate to be selected by you, my brothers and sisters, my people, you can rest assured that no minister is coming here without first conferring with us. Because if a minister should ever write to me or call me and say, listen, I want to come to New York and meet people, I'm going to say, no, you don't come until I've spoken with my people, until I've spoken with my constituency members. And when we discuss the issue, why are you coming? What benefit is it gonna inure to our membership? And if the consensus is that we shouldn't have the person, then we won't. We won't. So that's the background, people. That's the background. So remember I told you that a group of us, we registered the name, so on and so forth. Boom. That scared the daylights out of them. Scared the daylights out of them. So what happened now is they came out a few months ago and they said, hey, we're having an election. They have to have an election every 3 years. They set up the election. People started registering and then people started voting. And what did they do? They came out. These people have no shame. They came out and said, people, it has come to our attention. This is the electoral committee or commission, whatever them call themselves now. And to my knowledge, it is not something that the diaspora said, okay, we're going to elect these members to. It's something where them friend and company and Kumbalo call each other and say, you want to sit on, I think they have about 14 people. You want to sit on the board, you want to do this, you want to do that. That's how it's done. But they're designing an election for you to vote, for a representative. So they came back after people started voting and they said, people started voting early and therefore we are going to stop the process and start over. Now think about it. Think about it. They control the electoral mechanism. They control it, but somehow we managed to bypass all of that and vote early. Think about that, people. Think about that.
Well, skills.
They control the election. They give. See, Charter, so hold on there. This is a new one, but they're the ones who control it, you know. ConnectMeJA.com. That's where you have to go to. So how is it that you can vote and it's not time to vote? How is that possible when these people, they control again? So already you start to think to yourself, this could lead to election manipulation. Because if people start vote and they're claiming that they don't know and they're the ones responsible for letting you vote, then you see how mischief can work itself into the process. So that's what they did. And they said, no, we're going to start over. Then, before, well on it, let me show you something. This is what they did. This is, I think it's up.
Yeah, man, it's all in diaspora.
The picture. Oh, here it is. This is what they did when Rattigan said in October, hey, I want to put my hat in the ring to represent the people. Let the people decide if I should represent them. That sent tremors all the way down to Port Royal Street, all the way up to Jamaica House, and all of their supporters overseas, particularly in America. They said, no, we can't have him because the votes, Semonesh, the vote, you want to know if your vote counts? Semonesh, I can't tell you because I'm hearing that they sent me something saying that, they have to start over. Then I'm hearing that they're going to count the votes that came in, right? So when Rattigan said, yes, I'm voting, they came and they said to me, they wrote me and they said, you didn't put we're rejecting your candidacy for now because you didn't put in your bio. The section on bio says, bio optional. All of a sudden, optional means compulsory. So Rattigan was required to put his bio in. What did Rattigan do? Rattigan complied. I could have argued with them, but I said, no, pick your fights, cut your loss. So I said, all right, I will just go ahead and I'll do it. So I put the bio in. They came back later and they did this. Them say, oh, here you go. We have 4 candidates in the Northeast. Michelle, I don't know why I should drop the middle name, Tola, but Michelle Neal, Tamar Newman, Hope Wade, and yours truly, the rebel, the provost, Wilfred Rattigan. That's what they put on the website.
And people here they have met Hope.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is what they put on the website. So Rattigan is a candidate. Then they came back and they said, whoa, wait a minute. They came back with this nonsensical explanation saying that, well, the candidates weren't vetted and verified. Then how did they end up there then if they weren't vetted and verified? And verified by whom? It must be verified by the ministry, the Jamaican government again. So you can see where I'm going with this.
And what does the vetting process entail?
Nobody knows.
Oh, dear.
Nobody knows. So, but Rattigan is, but here's the thing, Rattigan is now a candidate. Then they wrote and they said, where's the letter? Let me find the letter. Because I don't want to speak without Where is it, Kevin? Where is it?
It's there in diaspora.
Yeah, is it this? No. No, it's not that one. The letter they sent to me. Bear with me, folks. It's here. Okay, here it is. All right. No, that's the one I sent to them. Where's the one they sent to me? Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. This is gonna be very. Okay, here it is. All right, here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Okay.
All right, here it is. Folks, take a look at this. It's important for you to. This is what they sent me. And you see the date, the 20th of December, not too long ago. All right, there it is. Let me go down one. All right, there we go. And they said they postponed the election because of Melissa. Imagine that, people.
Yeah, because you know it really affected the diaspora.
Yes, yes. A lot of you in the diaspora, you lost your homes and lost your animals and roof, all of that stuff because of Melissa. This is what they're telling you now. No, look at what it says right here. That they were postponing it they postponed it due to Melissa. And they said after the postponement, this electoral committee that's responsible for setting up this thing, they said we were notified that voting activity had commenced prematurely. How is that possible? And they said in light of these procedural irregularities, the electoral committee has determined that the electoral process has been reset in its entirety to preserve the integrity, transparency, and fairness of the election. Then look at what they said. Candidates are not required. Remember, no, I showed you the thing. I'm a candidate. See it right here. Candidates are not required to resubmit their application. So you know what that means? That means in the reset, Rattigan did not have to reapply, right? Then it says all applications are subject to review and reapproval. Review and reapproval. Why? What have the candidates done? The candidates didn't vote prematurely. The candidates didn't open up the gates and tell people to vote prematurely. And you just done review them. So why are you going to review and reapprove the candidates? Then they said once the review is complete, candidates will be approved or rejected based on the established eligibility criteria. All approvals will be ratified by the electoral committee. So who is going to be doing the review? Because it said all approvals will then be ratified by the electoral committee. Is the electoral committee doing the review and then the ratification? Who's doing there are two separate tasks here. Who will be responsible for reviewing the candidates? Who will be responsible for ratifying the candidates? Anyway, they said once the list is ratified, they're going to send it to the diaspora so that all of you out there can listen, read, understand, and make a decision. Hell no, that's not what they said. They said once we have ratified it, we're sending it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and they will do the final ratification. Remember now, you live in the diaspora and you see how the Jamaican, the tentacles extend to America and elsewhere. They have to certify you before you can run and have your people living overseas vote for you to represent the government of Jamaica. Make that make sense? It cannot make sense. And they said this reset applies equally to all prospective candidates, right? This is what they sent me. So mama no raise no fool. We know what go on right or so. Here a mama boy do know. Mama boy say, you know what? I'm going to send them a letter. So mama boy send them this letter, yeah. And mama boy say, look, your idea or your explanation that the elections were postponed due to Hurricane Melissa is nonsense. Your position that voting began prior to the formal opening of the voting period is also nonsense because you're in charge of that. And your idea that procedural irregularities resulted in a second vetting and approval of the candidates is foolishness. Candidates never have anything to do with that. So we start talking about the election in Jamaica during COVID and say you had one during a pandemic and there were no problems. Here, people are not going to stand in a line. They vote from the privacy and comfort of their homes. So how is Melissa affecting them with that? And then also, you are the ones responsible for running this thing. So how is it that people voted early? And also, you ratified Rattigan's candidacy along with the three ladies for the Northeast and you put it up on your website. So how is it that you're saying now that activity had commenced before the slate of candidates was approved and ratified? Then how did Rattigan and the three ladies end up on your website as candidates? How? So I asked them, I said, please explain all of this to me. And then I asked, everything I just mentioned to you, I'm asking them to explain. And then I went to their manual, election process for membership. And I said to them, because they sent me the eligibility requirements. And I went and I checked. And the things that I saw in the 1999 version, the one that they sent to me, something different. So to restate my position as far as this council, concerned, I said to them, I will not yield. I will not bow. I will bend to the idea for which I stand. I mean, against the idea I stand, which is that the council should be a registered 501c3 charitable organization. It should be a standalone, free from government influence. It should be, its priority should be the diaspora members. Secondary priority is a relationship with the government. And the members must register with the Department of Justice and comply with the Foreign Agents Registration Act. We want to be legal, want to be above board. And when I say legal, we want to get to something that recently came out that it's indicating I'm not a legal person, not in the sense that I'm an illegal person, but we will get to that. And seventh, I said to them, look, if you're a democratic organization or movement and you subscribe to democratic ideals, one of them is due process. One of them is that if somebody is aggrieved, there must be a process where they can appeal. All voices, all contending voices must be heard. And out of that, you have consensus. You can't say, well, if you don't subscribe to the things that we're saying, then we're not going to let you run. And that's exactly what happened here, right? And so here's what happened. I said to them, I suspect that you're going to reject me as a candidate. And people are encouraging me to do a media coverage and judicial interference, meaning lawsuit. But I said, since you're getting ready to do that, please, in anticipation of that, please send me the names of the committee members so that if necessary, I can serve them with legal process and move forward. That is what I sent them, right? Let me remove this. No, they have not responded to me. I'll show you something that they sent me. With the Kevin, the one with the new eligibility requirements. Is that it? No. Oh, let me just show you this. You see this one here? Oh, hold on. This one, where legal experts call Brooklyn mistrial a blow to prosecutors in Linda's son bribery case. This is a lady who was accused of working for the Chinese government. And you know what they charge her on? Right here. They charge her with this, violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act. The same thing I've been telling those people in the council that they should be careful of. Just a matter of time before this will catch up to them. I hope the government will provide legal counsel for them. Let me go up further. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Here is the eligibility criteria. This is the one they send me. Let me just deal with this. It is right here. This is the one they send me along with the letter. And them say every member must meet the following, must do this, must do that. And you must work with the government and you can't bring the government in disrepute. And here's the one that we call the Rattigan rule. Here's the Rattigan rule. K, individuals whose actions or intentions are reasonably determined to be inconsistent with the objectives of the council or whose participation will compromise its credibility, effectiveness, or lawful operations shall be deemed ineligible for membership or subject to removal. Now, there's nothing lawful about what they're doing when they fundraise. There's nothing lawful about that. I want to add a measure of legality to what they're doing. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Otis, sorry. There it is, folks. Here it is right here. This is what they send me. No, what is important to note is that this was done just around the time that I filed to be a candidate based on my knowledge. This was done sometime around October. I went back and I looked at their manual. And guess what? Some of these things are not in there. Letter K is not in there. Letter K is not in there. So we suspected that they were going to kick me out, right? But what did we say? We say, oh, and then let me see if I find there is Kevin, help me. Where is the voting the voting requirements? It's here somewhere. In terms of reference, hold on a second. Let's see that. Kevin, where are they? There is I want to show you. If I can find it. Hold on.
Is what are you looking for?
I'm looking for the voting eligibility, the nomination eligibility, that document.
Everything was in diaspora.
What was that?
Everything was in diaspora. Everything.
No, I don't see it here. It's the one. No, it's not here. No, it's the one with the. It's the one that talks about voting and nomination, the requirements.
That was early.
Do me a favor. Just Google. Global Jamaica Diaspora Council voting / nomination eligibility requirements, and the document should come up. I want to show you something, people. I want to show you something. Don't go anywhere. Larkland said, "Don't. If you play domino, you should not show your hand." Larkland, a 14-14 well play now. 14-14 well play. 14-14. You have to show your hand. And then after that button is your tactics. It's your strategy.com. Is that?
All right, hold on. Let me borrow this real quick.
Trish Newman said, Rattigan always show his hands, which makes no sense to me. Trish, let me tell you something. You don't understand what game is being played here. You are look for checkers. A chess me a play. Me no show you half of what me have. Trust me.
Yeah, when you're sure of your hand, it doesn't take anything.
Yeah,
You
you not
yeah.
sure. People that don't understand. Remember, you know, people at 30 years work for the FBI. Me know where for sure, and me know when for sure. Just trust me on that. Don't second guess me. Please, don't second guess me. Because when you second guess me, it's almost like you insult me. Enough people me lock up, you know. I mean, they have to lock them up. Me no just and rush in and things like that. You tell people, say, yeah, come, but them don't know when you're coming. So,
Exactly.
where's it,
Hold on,
Kevin?
One
Type-
second.
type-
Let me add this right or so.
Yeah, I'm going to show you something. And believe me, that's not it. And believe me, people, like I said, what you say, you might say, oh, that's a lot, him give them. Trust me, they know that it's not a lot. They know what I'm holding on to. Not everything, but them know that I'm not giving them everything. He's not giving us everything.
No, the
Le-
eligibility,
le-
no, the eligibility
legally-
requirement. You want?
No. It's a document with their logo on it. It looks like the terms of reference. Yeah. What happened, people, is that you see, you don't know in a Rattigan head, you don't know what Rattigan have. Because if you come and spit stuff for me have, you'd have frightened. You don't know. So sometimes when you hear me say things, there's a reason why. Where you must think, and if you think critically, if you come around here every week and you must set usually you must say to yourself, you must say, why him say that? And what else him have when him not talk about? That's what you must say. Why am I telling them things here? And what? Because see, you wouldn't do it, but just because you wouldn't do it, it no mean say it right. You wouldn't do it,
Right.
but you don't know what I have. You don't know what I have. They know what I have. That's why they can't sleep. Them can't sleep well at night time, you know. And we know people in them inner circle who tell me, them say, boy, them regard you as one of the most dangerous persons out there. We are the way you do. So we could just leave it at that. That's a new one. That's the new one. There's an old one.
What a wicked man.
No, that's the new one.
So we have the eligibility criteria here.
That's a new one.
That's probably why we can't find the old one.
No man, just Google eligibility criteria Global Jamaica Diaspora Council and it will come up. To Google it.
It was the eligibility requirement, so I'm gonna look up. All right,
Yeah, I
let's try.
sent it. I think I sent it by email.
All right, let's try this one. 1 second.
Yeah man, and but glad to see people, some of the people in the some of the students in the chat I kind of, you know, I calm down the thing and I explain to people. Because remember, you know, somebody might say, why you even ask certain questions? And because we know the answer. We know the answer and we just want them to say.
By now, people have realized that you're not going to ask a question that you don't know the answer to.
Exactly.
It's the rat trap of the century.
That's this one. I think it's this one. This one. Let me see. I think it's this.
Wait. You clicked too much time.
No, it's
So wait, go a while ago.
no, it's not coming up. Go back.
Oh, come on.
Go back to this one, your election process. No, it's not this one. If you Google it,
Yeah, but this was the link from the Google search.
bear with us, folks. Bear with us.
Because
Check the email. It should be an email.
okay. All right.
Hold on a second. Hold on, let me just mute the mic here. Hold on. Let me just mute the mic.
So Provost, here is where we have the email. This was the terms of reference that they had. Here, I think this one is it. No. This one is not it. This one is a new one. You're muted. This one was a new one, right? You're muted. You're still muted. Oh, okay. I got you. Hold on.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Need a document there. Just Google. Going on Google again. All right. Type in Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. Yeah, Jamaica Diaspora Council. Put election eligibility requirements. Or yeah, let me see if it come up with. Check the no. The first one. Yeah.
But this is
No,
what I'm
that's
saying.
go
This
back,
was
go
the one that came up.
No, close that out.
And remember,
Go to the second one. I think it's the second one. I think it's this one. This is it. All right.
Okay. All right. So here's what we'll do now. Let's take this and let's do this. All right. All this.
Where is it? Oh, this is it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna put it up on the stage. All right, here we go. This is their document. All right. And you see how them claim ownership, right? You see right
But we
there?
have this document with highlights, and I don't know.
Yeah. But where is it? We can't find it. Here it is, people. You see it right there, so them put up them thing, them put up ownership, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. But it's the Diaspora Council. You see what's going on here? Them shouldn't have no logo there, so on this document. But anyway, let me show you something. Let me show you the eligibility, nomination of candidates. See this? Nomination of candidates and the eligibility. Right. And it come on right here. It says to successfully be nominated for candidacy. It starts to tell you what you need to do. Right. Then it goes on, and here it is. Eligible candidates. Here's what you need to do. To be eligible for nomination, you need to what? Possess experience, skills in 10 areas. Be a Jamaican, be at least 21 years of age, be between the ages of 18 to 35. Look at this. Has not been declared bankrupt by a court of law or other competent authority in Jamaica or any jurisdiction. You must register. You must have some management and leadership skills. You must have no disciplinary actions against you by a professional or administrative body. You must be giving up your time. No, that's it. Tell me where you see now it says that you must agree with them. Go back and look at from 1 to 11 and tell me where it says, we're going to show you the new one, you know. This is the one that they have. This is the one that they had when they started. And we're going to show you, tell me where you see it says that you must be willing to work for the government, and you must be this and you must be that, and more than everything else is the Rattigan rule. The Rattigan rule, eh?
But people need to know where to find it. People need to know where to find the document. Yeah. It's on their website.
And then them say after them finalize it, it go now them come to vote. But we're not interested. We're not. This is not the purpose of it. We're not talking about voting now. We're talking about this. We're talking about eligible candidates. Now look from 1 through 11 and tell me where you see it said these things. Let me show you the other one now. Hold on. Where the other one go now? So the new one, you know, this is the one of them send me now, you know. This one. Look what it said. It said you must be a Jamaican, 21 years of age, and you mustn't bring the council or the government into disrepute. Who shall determine that? And it says you must show a willingness to work with the government in good faith, and you must in order to advance the objectives of diaspora engagement. You can't mash up brand Jamaica. Look at E. See what E says? E says, and who mash up brand Jamaica right now? We know who. Not me. It says candidates shall commit to promoting the goodwill of Jamaicans globally and to safeguarding the positive reputation of Jamaica and the integrity of brand Jamaica across the diaspora. And then it says you will only be declared eligible if, look, you have no criminal convictions by any court, whether in Jamaica or abroad. Look, you have never been declared bankrupt. You have no pending litigation against you, whether in Jamaica or abroad. We'll leave. Make we just stop there. No pending litigation.
No. You have to do the first part of I. You need to do the first part of I. If you don't do
let me just stop with H right now and say it has snow now. It will snow tonight. It will snow tonight, right? It will snow tonight. And make we say somebody slip and fall outside before you can go out and clean up your snow and then file a lawsuit against you. But you look on your camera and you notice that at the time when them said that they made a walk, you see nobody on your camera. Guess what? You still have a lawsuit pending. Is that going to stop you now from running in an election like this? Based on this, yes. You see how ludicrous it is. Somebody comes to your house and a friend and them say, oh, we just want to go down to the corner store go buy ice. You know, you have a barbecue. And you say, all right, use my car. Them drive out there. Them get now fender bender. Guess what? The person that they got into the accident with is going to sue them, you, and the insurance company. That is litigation? That is pending litigation, you know. Is that going to stop you now from running? But guess what happened now? It has no pending litigation. But you know what's funny, people? The person who sits at the pinnacle, you know, the Honorable Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, she has pending litigation against her. But yet still she run the whole shebang. What could I go so? Kevin, when I got to I, candidates shall be willing to collaborate with the ministry. They must ask you for sell out. You must be willing to collaborate with the ministry with responsibility. That is Mr. Terry Long right there, Minister Terry Long, as well as the ambassador and all of these people and everybody. You must collaborate with them. Then them say you must possess expertise in a sector and be properly resident in a diaspora region, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Here is the Rattigan rule now. Here's the Rattigan rule. Individual whose actions or intentions are reasonably determined to be inconsistent with the objectives of the council or whose participation would compromise its credibility, effectiveness, or lawful operations shall be deemed ineligible for membership or subject to removal. That is what that is the Rattigan rule. That is nowhere in the one that I showed you. That is nowhere. So this is called the Rattigan rule. So them send me this. They sent that to me. I will say, okay, fine, no problem. Then guess what, my people? Remember they put up this, and them say, Rattigan, you're a candidate. Remember that? All right. Then we're gonna show you something now. Put on your seatbelt. Start up the car. Because we laid the foundation already, and the road is clear now. The road is clear. I haven't heard from them. Oh, sorry. Let me go back to the one with Kevin. Just fine. Where the Kevin? The one where we look from. We found it. Wait there.
It's at the very bottom of the tabs.
Okay, this one right here.
Yeah.
Let me show you something. There's something I didn't show you in this voting. Where is it? It says that if they kick you out, they have to show you. They have to write to you. Where is it? All right, here it is. 3. Let me show you. Here we go. Let me put it in a different color, yellow, right? It says a candidate and his or her nominator shall be notified separately by the committee of the candidate's ineligibility in writing, and they must give you evidence of ineligibility. So what they should do, if them don't want Rattigan run, send Rattigan a letter and said, you are ineligible based on the following. Up to now, I haven't seen that letter. I have not seen that letter. It doesn't say when they have to send you the letter. It's fine. But here is what came out, and some of you mentioned it today, mentioned it in the chat. Here's what came out recently. This came out today. For those of you who haven't seen it, get ready for the shocker. Here is the date. January 24th. It's today.
Make that a little bigger for me now, please.
Me can't make it big up on my side.
All right. Allow me, please. Allow me.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe that's too big.
All right. Yeah, show off for the steering wheel. All right. See that January 24th. Today. And it says, it says Lester Hines. You see right here? Lester Hines from the Gleaner. And look at the title. It says 44 candidates nominated for Global Diaspora elections. 44 candidates. All right. And let's go to the Northeast. Right? It says of those individuals, 17 were nominated to represent the United States Northeast region. Right? 17. Here we go again. For the Northeast region, a total of 20 were nominated, but 3 nominations were rejected. 2 for the Big People one, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, and 1 for the Youth Council. Right? Here it is. Follow me, people.
Okay, here we go.
It says, according to Information Region Gleaner, one of the nominations of the 3 in the Northeast, because remember, I'm in the Northeast, one of the nominations rejected was based on the nomination being filed after the deadline. No, we know that's not me.
Correct.
We know that's not me. Because they wrote to me and said, listen, you don't have to reapply because we already have your application. That's what they said. I showed you the letter. Look at this. It says the other rejection was based on Section 5.2 Clause C and D. So the logical thinking is, what is Section 5.2? And also, what are clauses C and D? Here it is. Clause C states that a candidate should have no criminal conviction imposed by, there it is, no criminal conviction imposed on him or her by any court. That's Clause C. Clause D said that you have never been a judge or declared bankrupt. So 2 things. You must not have criminal conviction and you must not be declared bankrupt. So they said 2 people, the 2 big people in the Northeast, one was rejected. Why? You file after the deadline. And the other person was rejected because he's a criminal and he's also a bankrupt. So I'm sitting there reading this morning and I'm getting phone calls, I'm getting text messages. Everybody's saying, are you them attack? And I said, I don't know. I don't see my name. But I know that I know that they haven't written to me. I've heard through the grapevine that they're going to write to me and tell me that I am guilty of something. And one person said to me that it was this. But I said no. And people who watch the show on Wednesday, remember what I said to you. Let's just kick back and relax and watch the ride. Because a lot of you were saying, we need to do this, we need to do that. And I said, no, we don't need to do anything except just relax. Let them make their move, right? Artnell, I said, what's the point with these colors? I only have blue. I can only do blue on my side, Artnell. So don't blame me for that, right? So that's it. So, and then they go down and they look, big article, big article. All right, let me move the article.
That was Jamaica Gleaner, by the way.
That was Jamaica Gleaner. So then I'm thinking, they didn't call my name. They didn't call my name. So I said, well, if they didn't call my name, then you can deduce it's me. They're talking about the criminal. It could be, and then somebody said, is it that the court ruled that you have no standing? No, because here's what the rule said. The rule says criminal conduct, or you have a lawsuit against you. I am the one who filed the lawsuit. I am the one who filed. Let me go back, and it's important to show that one again. Let me go back and show it right here. It says right here, hold on a second. Yeah, here it is right here, that you have not been declared bankrupt.
Go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it.
Oh, sorry. There it is right there. You have not been declared bankrupt by a court of law. And there's another one, another draft where it says that you have not been, oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. Hold on. Give me a second. 44 candidates. Which one? Hold on. Where is it? Eligibility criteria. All right. See it right here. See it right here. Let me put it now green now, because since things then I like the blue. Here it is. Has no criminal convictions imposed on him. Has no criminal convictions imposed on him. Here's another one. Has no pending litigations proceedings against. See it right there. Against the lawsuit with the Honorable Kamina Johnson Smith. It wasn't against me. It was against her. So if anybody shouldn't be involved in the diaspora affairs, it should be the minister. Shouldn't be me. So there it is. You've had no criminal convictions. That's what it says. And it says you have no pending litigation. So now let's go back to the article. Let's go back to the article. All right.
You're late, Mr. Rattigan. You're late.
I'm late. All right. So this is it. So now there's two people. One person filed late, like Kevin says, not me. And the other person is a criminal and also a person with a bankruptcy history. So I'm saying it can't be me. Although my sense tells me that they're referring to me, it can't be me. So this came to me, people. Take a look at this. By the way, remember now, they say that the rejection was based on section 5.2, clause C and clause D. Remember that. 5.2, clause C and clause D. All right, look at this. This came to me today. Kevin, you can big this up?
That one is...
OT, put that one in.
No. I have a share the one that I have, and I can make it bigger.
Which one?
The one that is beside me. Yeah, that one. Put that one up.
It's up.
No. That's a different one. That. Put up this one.
Which one? I can't see what you're showing me. Which one?
The one that is go down beside my name. Go down beside where I am in the studio. Right.
This one? Yes.
Add that one to the stage.
That's it. It's after okay, all right.
Right. So I can modify this one. I can play with
all right,
this
modify
one. So you want to go bigger?
Go bigger. Let the people see it, man. No, that all right. We can't.
What?
No, go up. Go. No.
What are you showing?
All right. Just go down. Go down to the bottom. Just go. It'll show a list of.
So your name?
All right. Yes. You see what it says? Wilfred Rattigan in red. And you see what it says? Rejected. And it says refer to the terms of reference section 5.2. That is the section where the gleaner say we were told that this person who has been rejected was rejected as a result of 5.2 because they are a criminal, because they're a criminal convict.
Or they're bankrupt.
And also bankrupt. There it is right there.
You bankrupt
there
criminal.
It is right there. Kevin, you could have, do me a favor, please. If you could have take that from OT and just big it up, send it over that side, yeah? We need to see it bigger.
You're even bigger?
Yeah, just send it over to the side over here, so I'm just make it bigger for me. Because me can't believe these people. They have accused me, a son of the soil, your boy.
I don't know how much bigger I can make this and it stay up on the sheet.
No. More put it on my side over on the other side. If you can drop it in the tab.
Oh. No, right now.
Okay.
But that is just for you, see.
No, move.
We'll save it from yourself today.
All right. See it right as so people, because all right, it's too blurry. All right. Anyway, when you get the point.
It's just the quality of it. It's just the quality.
They've rejected my application. And guess what now? Up to now, them still don't write to me yet, even though the things that they're supposed to write. It doesn't give them any time period. But you would think that because now we're in campaign mode, Now the process is in the campaign mode. And so now them say rejected me because I am a criminal. Not only a criminal, a convicted criminal.
See how much bigger I can get this.
And them say you should have no criminal convictions imposed on you by any court. And they say I'm a convicted criminal. And say that's also that I am a bankrupt. No, people, tell me now. What am I supposed to do? Don't answer. Please don't answer me. Don't answer me. I rephrase. Think about what I'm supposed to do. And when I ask you the question, think about what I'm supposed to do. I want you to put yourself in my shoes. I want you, because at this point, Larkland, at this point, the election really not really matter now. It not really matter now because they've made a decision. Them say my face blurry. All right, let me move this. All right, my face still blurry, people. My face still blurry. But think about it. Put yourself in my shoes. You think about it. You have never been adjudged a bankrupt. You have never been arrested. But
done a few arrests.
Yeah, I've done a few arrests. But then they put it in the newspaper, and the newspaper is a global newspaper because you can get it hard copy and you get it online. And now I have people calling me already this morning and saying to me that I didn't know that you were charged with. And not only that, one person, I didn't know that you were convicted of a crime and that you declare bankruptcy. As a lawyer, forget about retired FBI agent. As a lawyer, you only have two things going for you. One is your time. You don't sell cars and you don't have widgets or anything. It's your time and your experience and your knowledge. That's one. The second one is your reputation. That's it. And now they've started to ruin me by putting out there that the candidate who is rejected as a result of 5.2 for being a convict or a bankrupt, and them spell bankrupt, declared bankrupt, them spell bankrupt wrong, right? I say, no, hold on, let me show them people and thing. That's the say bankrupt, yeah? And I say, you spell bankrupt. See it right there, sir? Let me take it up. That's a bankrupt. And I say, you spell bankrupt.
Whatever, see it,
Yeah, no R, no in a bankrupt. No, I mean the first R, the first R.
The R not there.
Yeah, the first R. Yeah, the R the way you say the no, it's supposed to say bank, BANKRUPT, but them call it bankrupt. So that's what I'm guilty of. But I'm a bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right. So
how this get past spell check in this day and age?
So people, what I want all of you to do, because when you know me, I don't go around and I don't bother people, you know. Some of you have even claimed that I'm a softie, but trust me, there is a rigid side to me that you don't want to see. Believe me, you do not want to see. Because I tell you what, you see that rigid side to me, I don't want to see it either. I've seen it and I don't like it. I don't like it. But think about this. If this were you walking in my shoes now, you have your reputation out there as a lawyer and you base your income on your time and your experience. And then put this out there saying that, oh, I'm bankrupt and oh, I'm a convict. And that's why we're rejecting him from running in the election. Now, I can tell you this, that I've reached out, people from the Gleaner, some people, you know what, let me stop. Let me stop. But George Smith make a good point. Them are going to reinstate it. But guess what? People already tell me, say, oh, you're not running because hold on, Kevin, pull up the thing there for me. Pull up the OT did pull it up on Wednesday. Pull up the list with the pictures of the people them. Pull up where is it? In media, I think it might be OT, where is it? The list with not just the names but the pictures. And people just like Dr. William, the doctor who have the issues with not wind. Okay, here it is. Meet our candidates. Let me tell you something about these people. You see, on Wednesday, I was telling people to register to vote. And people were telling me in the chat, them say, vote for who? Because you're not there. And I said, no, I am there. They said, no, you're not there. So OT pulled up this. And I said to her, oh, this must be, I said, no, these look like young people. This must be the youth council. And they said, no, man, this is all of the candidates. And I said, no, that's impossible. I am there. I haven't received a letter saying that I'm not a candidate. Keep going down for me. And I didn't believe them. Until I saw this. Keep going. I didn't see Dr. Roy Davis. I didn't see him. Keep going. Jillian said Jillian there. I didn't see Jillian. This is what, go up. Stop. I saw Hope Wade. And I said to myself, but wait a minute. Hope picture there than with my picture. Keep going. Go to 3. Keep going. Go to 4. Keep going.
There.
Let me see this. Stop. Me say Michelle Neal, right? So me say, wow. So my name must there then, because two of the ladies running. Remember the picture I showed you, that had the 3 ladies plus me. we've just seen two of the ladies. Keep going. Go to 5, please. Keep going. Keep going. Go to 6 now. Then I said this lady in the middle, Tamar Newman. And I said, well, wait, that's the third lady. And I said, go down, please. And then that's it.
No more page, no did it.
No more pages. Yeah, Rattigan done. And this is what they said. These are your candidates. So for them now to come now, after them done damage my reputation and come and say, we're going to put you on the ballot right now, that's a hard sell. That's a very hard sell, people. And if you tell me, my people, if you tell me don't do them anything, I won't. If you tell me don't do them anything, but I leave it up to you.
Wait, have you been reading the comments?
No, I'm not seeing the comments.
Listen.
Okay, so us, who's gonna get some dough? Okay, all right. So
and these are the most recent comments. You need to see the ones prior to this.
okay, so this is what's been going on with me. This is what's going on with me, people. One man against the ministry world, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs world. One man. Them change the rules, Them change them rules. And when that not sufficient enough, because remember on Wednesday what I said to all of you, I said, let's wait to see what the letter is going to say. Let's wait. No, guess what? I don't see the letter, but you know what?
That is the other part of it. Like I said, if you don't get a letter, then you're not disqualified.
But hold on a second. Take down that, please, OT. All right, but look at this. This come from them. This come from them. Come from them.
I got nothing proposed. You get me with that one. You win. You win.
This is come from them. Yeah. This is it, people. Ask yourself the question: why would they go to such extreme to prevent me from running? Why? Why risk being sued for defamation because you don't want me to run? What is so important about being a member of the council? Oh, Paula, he says so. Paula, you laugh after me and say, I wonder what you're saying now is KSJ still your favorite minister? You get me? Paula E, you get me? Paula E, take it easy with me, please. Larkland, the Gleaner now says 44 candidates. They can try all they want because we have this document and people have been calling me about it. And if they say, then, so that means what they have to do now. And look what they do. They put this in red, They put this in red. So, they never said, pay attention to this one here. We're rejecting him. See that? No, anywhere them go now, is a problem. Anywhere them go is a problem because people already start calling me and I complain. Think about it when them say 44 now, the Gleaner now says 44. That won't help them. The damage has been done. That won't help them. Because I want to see now when them say 44, if them put that, when I'm gonna do more about the candidate that they said they rejected regarding 5.2. I want them tell me now what am I gonna do about that. Saying it's 44 not do anything. You must come and tell me that, hey, the candidate that we said was rejected was actually accepted. Then the question gonna be then how did you get rejected in there? And not only did you get rejected, but you actually refer to a specific section.
And it was published.
And it's published globally. So I have to deal with this now because people already.
Freedom say I voted for you weeks ago. I know at least 3 people personally that had voted for you. Personally.
And like I said, I have a client that I represented this week, and I know he's watching. And brethren, I'm begging you, don't believe this thing here. Don't believe this thing. I had one client that I went to court with this week. I had several clients that I had consultations with. And I'm wondering now, how are they going to feel when they see this? And most of them are Jamaican. A lot of them are Jamaicans, and a lot of them read the newspaper. A lot of them. So, I'm telling you, this when I saw it to them, my head, start get a headache. I just couldn't believe it. Start get a headache. And of course, it will affect you because you didn't do these things. And when you look at it and you say, no, let me read this again. And it says, no, you are a convicted criminal. Kishen Fun Club say if you not deal with them, all right, remember answer your Kishen Fun Club. You say if you not deal with them, you go stop watch me. All right, let me put it to you like this. Let me put it to you like this, Kishen. You will continue watch me. You will continue watch me, Kishen.
You're gonna find out. So stay tuned.
Yeah. And there are some things, and there are some things, like I said, I was telling you that there are some things that I don't tell you, I don't mention. And I can tell you that there are some things that happen today. I won't mention them. Because things that I know for a fact that happened today, people in some serious problems. People in some serious problems. And I just sit back. People call me, people in the know, people of influence, people affiliated with all kinds of people, and them say, listen, this boy, was sorry this happening, boy. This is trouble. This is big trouble now for people. And I say, well, think about me. Me have bills to pay. Me have things to do. Me have a whole family to take care of. Me have a whole bunch of things. And now, this is what is out there now. Unstoppable. Josh.
I want people to understand too, it's not just the discrediting of Will as a candidate for the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, Northeast. Like he said, it speaks also to his profession. More than that, it also speaks to the foundation, One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation.
True.
Because at that point, it discredits the whole foundation and the work that the foundation has been doing. And anybody that has been associated with it. This has far-reaching implications. You see me over here laughing? I'm just laughing, not because it's funny. It is funny that you should try to do something like this with someone who has a career in investigation and is a current practicing attorney. There are depths of stupidity that are unmeasurable, and this has surpassed it.
Kevin, I can hear while you're talking. You know who I hear talking to me? Ambassador Ward. Because if he were alive, I would be over his house now with this. And I can hear him saying to me, so JJ, so JJ, what you going to do with them? I can hear him saying it to me. All right. Kevin, I don't know what to say now. The US story, people, let me just tell you that we weren't planning on doing this story, Is this morning this thing happened? And we just talk about it, And then once all of that happened, then the phone calls started coming in. People started questioning me and said, how come we didn't know that, you have a secret? You're not even a criminal. You're a convicted criminal. You're a convicted criminal and you're a bankrupt. And believe me, people, no, I've never filed for bankruptcy and I've never been arrested. And I've never been if I've never been arrested, then of course I've never been convicted. And so this is all over the world now. All over the world. And what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? You ever say, when I grew up in Jamaica, sorry, can't buy soldier Larry. What am I supposed to do, people? Talk to me. I see a lot of people tuning in now because the news probably reach out to a whole bunch of people say, hey, when you come over here, so them say Rattigan a criminal. Me could go see what I go on. No. But people, I have to live with it. I'm telling you, today it was a down moment for me because this is just low. This is just very low. I mean, think about it. They not only said that you're a criminal, but they said you're a convicted criminal. So, you know what, Kevin? I'll be honest with you. I'm like everybody else. I have feelings. And I was deeply hurt and saddened by this. And I know my inner circle know that. I know Kevin know it. I know producer June sense it. And and producer OT, I know them say about women. Women can sense things way better than man. And I know today when we left, yeah. And when I left the chat, I know, me know June and OT like back of me. And I'm not telling you, me know them. I say, yeah, this will affect him, This will affect him. Cause me left and me never come back. Me just say me have to take care of some things, and then me call you, Kevin, one day and ask you what go on if you come on and all of that stuff.
Right.
So June, OT. Apologies, but I know that you guys know that when I read that, it affected me deeply. And it is going to, and the thing, it's in writing. So it's not like somebody said it and it wasn't taped and you hear it, but you didn't capture the conversation. It's in writing. It's in writing. St. Alburn Monroe, don't let them get away because they will feel like a winner. I can tell you right now, St. Alburn, I agree with you, but I can tell you them don't feel like a winner right now.
From the news article alone, there's several things here. People want to understand. There's several things they put themselves in a position to be used against them here. One, the diaspora website. That is one. Two, the correspondence from them as the diaspora email correspondent. This rejection thing that was posted and the news article. Whether this editor, the editor or the writer was fed misinformation, misinformation, no information. Either way you take it, there's nowhere for them to turn because they have done a grave injustice. It didn't start here though. This is before here. Because remember, they already categorized this as something political. So how it gonna go now? What am I gonna say no? And so if
Folks,
when you
well,
do no donations on One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation, you go Ratty Diaspora, the people that allocating the funds will understand and know what you mean.
and you know something, Kevin, I have to play this video. People, I have to play this video. Hold on a second. Let me just remove this one here so we have more room. I have to play this video. Remember this?
You would have noted something a little bit different that we don't usually do. We don't usually necessarily take on misinformation and disinformation or information that is false. That is changing. We are going to have to do so in this context where something is said that is not true. We will be countering it. We will come with the receipts. We will play the videos. From months ago, we have the records and we will do that. We have to focus on being able to respond to misinformation and disinformation. There's a lot of that out there in the public sphere, and we cannot leave it unchallenged. And so you will be seeing new approaches from the Ministry of Information in terms of dispelling those things. And in many instances, we call them misinformation and disinformation. Those are fancy words for lies. And so where there are lies, we will be correcting them. And there have been many of those. And I know Minister Morgan will be working very closely with me in relation to addressing that issue of lies that are proliferating. And we will give you the facts. And that's why we ask you to tune in here. Because we bring the ministers, we open them up for challenge and allow them to tell you the work that we're doing, and we tell you what we're doing in cabinet. Because what we do is not secret. We're doing it because we've been asked to do this by the people of Jamaica. And we take that role very, very seriously.
Here's another one.
Those people, and I'm saying it here, who are vested in telling you lies to mislead you. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe they want the country to descend in chaos. They don't like to see law and order. I'm saying to you, be careful of the information that you consume. Information is like food. If you consume bad food, it will make your body unhealthy. If you consume bad information, it will make your mind unhealthy. Why would somebody come on social media, make a post and say something that the government never said? And some people believe it. I urge all of you to think before you consume the lies that people are telling you. It will only lead you to make bad decisions.
Bad information is like bad food to secure, right? All right.
All right, Provost.
Yeah.
I just got a call out of production, and Jabem will be joining us shortly in a slightly different capacity. Slightly, just ever so slightly. And when he comes on, I'll let him explain.
Okay.
He's in a bus.
Right.
He's in a bus right now, so we can just wait until he joins in. But we can move on. But
We'll move on. All right, fine. Let's move on. Let's do this one.
not move
Oh, he's
away.
here. He's here.
Oh, okay. Let's yes.
Dr. Taylor.
Brother, what go on? Me be up on a bus, but this news here, me have to come on, no matter, anywhere me there in the world right now, brethren. What these people are doing is trying to silence not only your voice, but silence the voice of those of us who see it fit to stand up against the system of oppression and hold them accountable. And this is just the brutality that we have to let our voice be heard about. So I cannot, sit here silently and allow them to try to tarnish your reputation and the good work that you're doing on behalf of the Jamaican people, right? This is injustice, and where injustice lies, our voice must rise up and speak up against it. I'm doing that. I'm speaking up, because I know that everything here and said is fabricated and just lies and upper lies, right? In order to hurt you, in order to hurt we the people, that the ones who stand up, for us, the one who advocates for justice, the one who brings and hold the system accountable. That's what they're trying to do, to take you down and silence your voice. And if we allow them to do that, we would all lose. And we can't afford that. So we want you to know that we are behind you. We are part of the resistance against a system that never could provide for its people and who hide things, in and under them desk. And you use the system, to pull this information forward, to educate the masses so that we are able to move in ways against the system for the benefit of the people. And this is, the wickedness of all the parties that are involved in it. And we need to uncover them thing. So no fire, we can't let this one go. We have to move against it. And this called whole diaspora thing into this report right now, the whole diaspora election, thing into this report. You cannot claim falsehood to eject a candidate, that would represent the people in very meaningful ways. When was the last time has Jamaicans in the diaspora would have a leader like yourself, with your qualification, your capability, who have nothing to gain? You are not affiliated with no political party, right? You are representing the interests of the Jamaican people. This, my brother, and colleague, cannot be allowed to stand. And we have to forcefully stand up against it, this whole election needs to be boycotted. It can't work, and also justice thing going at 2026. No, man. No, brethren, you cannot do that. You can't. You're an attorney at law, right? Look at your stellar reputations before you, right? And I know about the good work that you have done, right? And the Jamaican people are feeling the result of it right now, right? Who have ever hold a minister of government accountable before the system and shine a spotlight on it, right? One of the greatest things that happens in our society is how money is a move around to empower political party that moves them into power, right? And you follow these trails, right? And I like these kind of things for us to look on every rock, under every stone, right? And really kind of say, no, we have to hold them people accountable, and they're coming after you by creating and fabricating all these kind of things. No, brethren, it doesn't how it work. It's not how it work. No, so you have to assemble what you need to assemble right now, and let us all know how we can help, because I am here, ready and willing to work with you.
All right. Brethren, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Those words mean a lot to me. And for all of you in the chat, who's it? A student. Unity is strength. Yeah. And really, 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 this has lifted my spirits, because I have to tell you, I was down in the doldrums today after I read it. I was down in the doldrums. And even though I try to kind of like shrug it off, couldn't shrug it off, because it's one thing when somebody if somebody says to you that they heard that some people were talking and said certain things about you, I can shrug that off. I can, no problem. But when you see it in writing and this gone global, and they're saying that, when I saw it, and I try not to make any judgment and say, well, I know that I didn't file late, so they must be referring to me, but I say, I'll wait. And then when I see this piece now from won't mention any source, but I got that piece saying this piece came from them. And what they're saying is that you are the candidate that was rejected under 5.2 because you're a convicted criminal and you have been declared bankrupt. Think about how, and here's another thing. My two sons, they watch the program. Their classmates watch the program, Some of them are second generation Jamaicans, and them hear them parents talk about things and them read the newspaper and things like that. Now, think about my son now. How am I going to explain this now? How do I explain this if their friends should come and say, hey, we heard that your father is a convicted criminal and that, your father declared bankruptcy. How that go? But anyway, you know what? Georgia Hardy said we must talk about Pirates of Black River.
Rattigan, I want to jump in here now, because let me tell you something. You see, them part of trying to destroy Marcus Garvey's work. Them charge Marcus Garvey for mail fraud and deport Marcus Garvey, right? And everybody right now, a lobby for the exoneration and for the removal of those charges against Marcus Garvey, because of the work that Marcus Garvey was doing in the diaspora also, right, was not only mobilizing the Jamaican people, but was mobilizing Africans all across the planet, right, to stand up and fight, right, and deal with them all self-determination. Now, the work that you're doing, and I don't think that the work is only about the mobilization, about the Jamaican people, because the way all states move across the world and the corrupt natures of all still have moved across the world, right? I mean, as states is moving right now, your work is impacting that we, the people of planet Earth, have to take a second look at all of these people who present themselves to be leaders, I mean, for us. And it has that kind of a, impact. And so coming after you is an attempt to destroy a movement of several, independent programs that are now doing deep dive investigative work on how the governments, operate, in particular our government. And so when you see them kind of, actions are take, these actions are coming after, to attack the progress that we're making, right? And so the work abide, and this is why they're coming after you, because Marcus Garvey's work was making an impact on the full organization, the mobilization of Black people. So you are really being targeted, just like how Marcus Garvey was targeted, right? I saw them target leaders when leaders come up and on the right path. So I know that this not really, prejudice not really shake the eye to the core where me know you know. You know what I mean? Because you impart a lot of lessons to me, to stay the course and stay steady and positive. So we don't know you're going to come forward with the right answer, and we are here, to support you. I mean, don't know, so nobody can tell your youth them who you are, because your youth them see you, how you live, see it, and know who daddy is. So them strong youth them, you know what I mean? And we will not allow, this thing to take you down in no way, shape, or form. It's just going to strengthen your program, because when we going to present all the evidence to them, right, and show the violation, them better ready, to deal with the blowback on this. Them better ready, because this will not go lightly, see it? Yeah. But no, so we're supposed to go in a Black River, because appear disaster capitalism is going to unfold there.
Yeah.
But right now we have to deal with this matter right now.
Right. It's troubling, it's troubling, but we're gonna get through this. We'll get through this, we'll get through this. And like I told the people on Wednesday, I said, listen, let's just relax and watch and wait, because me know says something like this I don't know it would be this extreme. Didn't know that it would be this extreme, but I suspected that they would do something, but not this extreme. And they've gone way over the line, It is what it is, you know what I mean? And here's how I kind of look at these things. We're going to have a terrible snowstorm tonight into tomorrow and probably early Monday. And we have people who don't have a roof over their head, We have people who don't know where the next meal will come from. And so when I look at this and I put it in perspective, I said, you know what? Yes, what they've done is terrible, but them can't broke my spirit. Them now put a roof over my head. Them now put food on my table. Them now clothe me. But them a try break me. And them go out and them do all of these things. But me cut from a different cloth. And in the fullness of time, they're going to find out. All right.